project the economy to bottom up from this negative growth of 2.8% to a positive of 4% in the medium term. This is tremendous. This is tremendous. We have consistently subdued inflation. Madam Speaker, I shall repeat, we have consistently subdued inflation from a high, this is what I wanted to say earlier, a high of 25.6% in August 2021, just before or around the elections, to a single digit of 9.8% as at August 2022, exactly 1 year later, putting us on a course to achieving our targeted inflation rate of 6 to 8% range for the medium term. This is very important if we want growth in the economy. We have stabilized the exchange rate, Madam Speaker, against major convertible currencies, making it proudly, making it as one of the best performing currencies, not in Africa, but in the world. We have built back foreign exchange reserves from 1.9 months to well above the global average, basically 3.7 months of import cap. As at the end of June 2022, this is the figure. This figure is enough to absorb any external shocks and give assurance to investors, to citizens, to continue investing in this, their economy, their country. Madam Speaker, in 1 year of our being in office, we have managed to stabilize the economy and are now focused on resolving one of the biggest disasters of our time, which is the debt crisis. With the support of our domestic, I emphasize, with the support of our domestic and indeed in a global village, international partners, under the G20 Common Framework, the International Monetary Fund, IMF, and I want to emphasize, Madam Speaker, our IMF, because we call on the IMF as Zambia. So, under the support of our domestic partners, citizens, international partners, International Monetary Fund has approved, this fund, our fund has approved support towards Zambia's homegrown economic reconstruction program, which puts us on the course to restructuring the debt as we promised during our opposition days. This will free up, Madam Speaker, the much needed resources to support our local economic development agenda as espoused in the 8th National Development Plan, and indeed attract more investment, domestic, regional, and foreign investment as a package. Madam Speaker, being in the Champions League is not enough. We must now remodel ourselves into being a responsible participant in the League of Nations by meeting our debt service obligations when they are due, when they fall due, and therefore request the support of all our creditors so that we can achieve our last mile in the restructuring of this disastrous debt. As the English will say, we are now ready to sink our teeth in the beef so that we can have a conclusion to the restructuring of our debt so we can release revenue. Our government is committed to ensuring continued prudent fiscal management by reforming our public financial management systems and indeed laws, as well as enhancing transparency and accountability in the management of public affairs, because that's what led us to a crisis in the debt. We are working on it. and seriously so, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, in order to entrench our homegrown reform program and set our country's strategic direction, we officially launched the 8th National Development Plan 2022-2026 under the theme Social Economic Transformation for Improved Livelihoods. Madam Speaker, I do hear people say the UPND New Dawn has no plan. There is the plan. Madam Speaker, the focus of our 8th National Development Plan is to restore macroeconomic stability by raising real GDP, not in nominal numbers, but real GDP growth, as well as attaining debt and fiscal sustainability to improve the livelihoods of the Zambian people. And that's the sole reason we're in public office, especially the most vulnerable of our population. As you will see later, we've put specific intervention measures to support the most vulnerable. Anchored on the 8th National Development Plan, Madam Speaker, the Honorable Minister of Finance and National Planning, will, at the end of this month, very shortly, present to this August House the 2023 National Budget, which shall outline the specific macroeconomic objectives that government seeks to achieve, as well as the key developmental interventions to be implemented in 2023. Very specific. We urge you, the honorable members of Parliament, in totality, not singularly, yes, individually, but you in totality, irrespective of the political party you represent, because that's a choice of the voters, we urge you to support the budget as it's presented to this House. Madam Speaker, may we now highlight the policy measures to be implemented in the coming year at a broader level under the 4th Strategic Development Areas of the 8th National Development Plan, and namely, 1, economic transformation and job creation; 2, human and social development; 3, environmental sustainability; and number 4, governance, good governance environment. We shall proceed with each one of these articulated briefly, Madam Speaker. Let's start with economic transformation and job creation. Madam Speaker, in order to transform our economy and create jobs and wealth for our people, we shall continue to pursue efforts aimed at increasing both local and foreign investments, production as different from productivity, value addition, and trade, as well as ensuring that our citizens participate and benefit fully from the economic activities of their government and their country. In this regard, our administration has prioritized agriculture, mining, manufacturing, which is, you could call value addition, and tourism, as the key drivers to achieving economic transformation. While it is important, therefore, to support these sectors, to consider the importance, the strategic importance of energy, transport, information, and communication technology, as well as research and development, which has suffered in previous years. So we shall return to this subject, which is very important. These are key enablers to the transformation agenda. They are integral to the transformation agenda, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, the agriculture sector continues to be the major source of livelihood for our people, providing food and employment opportunities, raw materials to feed our industries, as well as bringing in the much needed foreign exchange into our country. The sector, however, Madam Speaker, continues to grapple with a number of challenges, notably climate change. Those issues that are related with climate change, such as droughts and floods. We're seeing this happening across the world. Outbreak of animal diseases, insufficient utilization of irrigation opportunities. Definitely inadequate extension services, no doubt about it, and the provision lack of which leads in low productivity. Not production, but low productivity, especially among our small-scale farmers. Madam Speaker, to address the foregoing challenges, your government, the New Dawn government, has instituted a number of measures. Amongst these include enhanced surveillance, extension services, promoting agriculture, diversification, agricultural diversification. We don't want this to continue to be a story and words, playing with words, but we want to realize it. Irrigation development, and truly extension services must go back to the farming areas. We are promoting climate-smart agriculture, Madam Speaker. Government has also commenced the formulation of a comprehensive agricultural support program, ASP, which will transform the sector, move it away from fertilizer, from seed, to equate to agriculture. Agriculture is bigger than that. So therefore, we believe will improve the sector in a broader way. Production will go up, should go up, productivity should go up, and substantially improve the livelihoods of our people. Madam Speaker, during our address to this August House in September 2021, we promised that our administration will work with the private sector in exploiting opportunities available in the regional, first domestic, and regional international markets as well, with market access agreements with China and South Africa for the export of blueberries having already been signed in a number of cases. Madam Speaker, we are walking the talk. We are walking the talk. Further, we have met the phytosanitary requirements for the export of plant and plant products such as avocado, passion fruit, pears, and fresh cut flowers, which had slowed down to the European Union market. We have also met the requirements for exporting avocado to a lucrative market in the Middle East. To be specific, United Arab Emirates, macadamia nuts and pears to South Africa, as well as meeting requirements for the export of stevia, and soybean meal to China, black carrots to Germany, and timber to China and Vietnam, although we prefer to export timber products rather than raw timber. We are working on that. We urge our farmers to take advantage of these available opportunities by producing more horticultural produce to ensure reliable and sustainable supply, while government works to expand market channels for our local produce. Madam Speaker, to turn around the mining sector, our administration, your administration, is creating a conducive environment for increasing investment and participation, very important, participation of our people in this sector, which they've been marginalized or left out for too long, while positioning the country to take advantage of emerging opportunities in the mining value chain at local, regional, and indeed global level. The conducive and predictable policy environment unlocked the landmark investment of $1.3 billion for the Enterprise Nico project in Kalumbila, Northwestern Province. An expansion of the mine in Kansanshi, lengthening its life to another 20 years, because it was almost coming to an end, and this investment will extend the life of that mine and jobs for another 20 years. Very important. This is a clear testament of our efforts to improve the mining sector, create jobs, and indeed wealth for our people and the communities that live around the resource endowments. The country, Madam Speaker, will see more specific interventions to ensure that value trickles to the local communities. There are specific interventions that we're working on, Madam Speaker. The Nico project and the extension of the mine life at Kansanshi, Madam Speaker, as I said, for the next 20 years, will not only contribute to economic growth, but also provide and secure the much-needed jobs for our people, for those that may only earn income through jobs, but also for those that are willing to work for themselves as small, medium, and larger businesses. Madam Speaker, our government, the people's government, your government, has signed a cooperation agreement, very important, with the government of the Democratic Republic of Congo to develop the electric motor vehicle battery value chain and other accessories. We are on the move, Madam Speaker. We are on the move. We follow the stories, the comments people make when we travel to do such things. We are undeterred. We are on the move. We envisage that this initiative will hugely contribute to the attainment of our development goals, including the creation of more jobs